everyone, and welcome to this holiday special on our Banter on the Fuel and Texan podcast. Today, we're doing what we did last year, actually, a nice Dungeons and Dragons special episode in which Damon has chosen some parameters for us, chosen a country, and told us to buy 3 Italian vehicles before 1999 for a budget of 20,000 US dollars, or whatever that was, 15,000 British pounds. So, Damon, take it away.
Well, we are starting on a small little town on the coast of France and Italy. Well, not on the coast, on the border of France and Italy. It's got a couple of hotels, and the road it is on is, I'm pretty sure, is literally just called the Route d'Italie or something along those lines.
That sounds professional.
Brilliant name.
Yeah.
Right
We start in the small car park in the town, in which the first car you see is, if I could have Skype working so I can send a picture.
Bear with us a bit.
Take some time.
Technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Road to Italy. That reminds me, I was watching the Top Gear special where they race the Jag XK120, I can't remember what the train is called now, and the Vincent Black Shadow, and the road they were using was just called the Great North Road. But that's kind of a cool name, but it's not very creative either.
It's not creative, but it does sound somewhat badass.
Yeah.
I can't.
Go see the Loch Ness Monster.
It's called the N97, the road. I thought there was another word on it. Why am I in program files? The first car you see is this, a 1987 Maserati bi-turbo.
Nice.
Layla, you wanna?
Yeah, that is what I've chosen. It is, as Damon said, a 1987 Maserati bi-turbo Zagato convertible, in sky blue, I guess, with tan inside. Obviously, a manual transmission, and for $13,500 US dollars. And let me just see how many miles. Doesn't say how many. Oh, 10,770 miles. I think something tells me that's not quite accurate. I think there's been some back scrolling on that odometer though, but you know.
Reverse.
Yeah, exactly.
They pulled a Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, that's what I've chosen. Yeah, let's hope it lasts me a bit longer than the last one did.
You know, I forgot Maserati existed.
Well, a while ago I did too, but then I was like, oh wait, no.
I went as far as Lancia. Didn't even think about Maserati for a second.
Oh, you screwed, Cody. You.
I didn't say I chose a Lancia. I thought I went as far as looking.
You should have looked at the European mark. You can get a Delta H, well, not an Integrale, but a turbo for 15 grand, for less than 15.
But I'm suspecting that that's what you have.
You see, I'm not partaking in this event.
Oh right, you're the game master. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Second car you see is this.
Don't
A
ask me.
1996 Fiat Barchetta.
Oh, okay, I give you that one. That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
I like the color.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's like when Habitat in the
Iran
what was
special,
that?
something like
The
that.
Middle East special, yeah.
Yeah.
The Baby Jesus special.
Yep. So that is my 1995 Fiat Barchetta. It is in Jacksonville, Florida, apparently.
Oh,
from
sketchy town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was quite surprised to find that it was between that or the Alfa Romeo that makes Jeremy sexually excited. I can't remember what that one
The
was called, but
GTV6.
Yeah, the GTV6, but it was a GTV6 Spider, so it was between that Spider or that Spider. Personally, I prefer the Barchetta, so I chose the Barchetta. I have just pulled up some stats on it because I didn't remember anything about the Barchetta. It has a 1.8 liter Fiat family VI4 engine. Don't know what that means, other than the fact that I was expecting it to be a 2-liter. It is front-wheel drive, as most of us know, so it's not. It's a front-wheel drive Fiat or Lotus Elan, and it lasted about as long as the Elan as well. So that means it didn't beat the Miata. That one makes, I have no idea. From the factory, they made 129 horsepower, which isn't much. 121 pounds-feet of torque, not much.
It didn't weigh much, though.
Exactly, yeah, it doesn't weigh much. The mileage, it says, is 0, which I think is bullcrap. It cannot be 0 at all. It is a 5-speed manual. But yeah, so that is my car. And what I have realized is that me and Layla have just both chosen drop tops.
Yeah, we have everything.
I wasn't expecting that.
Well,
Yeah, Italy.
I am shocked at that thing from Jacksonville, Florida. The picture wasn't with it on blocks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
if
you're looking at
modeling next to it.
reference,
Right.
I think that's pretty close to what Doug. Yeah, pretty close to what Doug looks. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
A
Oh.
Maserati Spider. There is a caveat to this, which I'll go on to after Doug explains his choice.
Well, okay, I done this semi-properly. I thought it was a 99 when I chose it. Damon just informed me it's a 2001. And it is obviously a Maserati Spider. As a Ferrari derived V8.
No, you're thinking of
Wait.
it.
It could be deprived by the time this is all said and done. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a Ferrari-derived V8, which intrigued me. It's in a nice red with a bit slight faded spot in the back. Honestly, I don't remember any other details other than it's a Maserati.
That's what the Barchetta is trying to be. you
And
look at
yeah, I just glad it wasn't a Fiat. Anything other
Probably
than
almost as fast as Fiat.
So, Layla and Cody, since Doug's cheated, I'm going to leave it up to you two to decide how to go about this.
But now cheated like I set out to do.
You didn't purposely cheat.
No, I thought it was
But it-
99.
Cheating. Yeah. And actually has quite a nice engine.
I'm leaving it up to them two entirely, so they can either choose to completely force you into the backup car or mess around with the Maserati, or just let you be because you made the mistake, an honest mistake.
Okay. Cody, what do you think about this?
Honestly, I'm really not that bothered because that Maserati comes from the 90s. 2001 is effectively just a model year. That is a
Well,
90s.
no. It's a 2002, and the car started production in 2001.
Really?
But nothing
Yeah.
really changed though, from
With-
the 90s model to the 2000 model.
There was no
right?
90s. The 90s model. Let me go on Wikipedia.
Oh.
I don't think there was any serious model changes though. Was there
Oh,
other
no,
big
right,
things?
you're right. It's quite similar. It's got the old one had the boomerangy tail light, which looked cooler, and had a less powerful engine, I think.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, that's close enough.
Yeah, it's a less
I
powerful.
think you're okay, Doug. It's like a 2-year difference, 3-year difference. It just
So, all right. Right. Well,
unless you want to put 46-inch wheels on it and
I'll make it a donk. Oh.
all right.
I'm going through Monaco with that. Oh yeah, look at me, you McDonald's Maserati. Oh yeah.
My honest concern, well, until I see Cody's, was ground clearance. Because if you look, that thing sets right down.
Mm.
Mine is
I don't
not
think there's going to be much off-roading. I don't think there's going to be too much off-roading this time around.
Well, I hope not.
Not
'cause last time-
And if there is, the backup car is somewhat suited better than the red cars.
Let's face it. What
Can
I
you
need
know
to
what
know.
the backup car is? Because you've told us a lot of comedic stuff about it.
You'll find out when you reach Turin.
Yep.
Mm.
All I need to know is, do I have my sledgehammer from the last time around?
Yes, you have the sledgehammer. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna go back to the Okay, all the items. You have 2 film camera cars, Toyota Land Cruisers. Cody has his LS swap MGZT from last time out. Doug has a sledgehammer, and Layla has the broken tow ropes just lol scattered around the boot of the Maserati.
Oi! He gets a sledgehammer and I get some useless charms?
I couldn't think of.
You know, we are in Italy. We may have to tie someone up. I'm just saying.
Not so broken.
You might have to tie some cinder blocks to people. I'm just saying.
Oh wait,
I
it's
have to
start.
put the clothes on.
It's like on Doug stereotyping.
No, I didn't bring up about horses' heads and people's beds, but I'm just saying. My Maserati's got a trunk in it. I mean, I'm just saying.
I think your Maserati might have more of a trunk than both me and Layla's cars.
Yeah.
All right.
Plenty of space to put dead people from the, mafia shootings. And we're off the air. Okay. Goodbye,
Goodbye, industrious little fellows.
Oh, no.
Okay, so shall we begin this challenge?
I'm typing in the challenge card, which one are you going to read in a second?
Okay.
Well, don't have me read stuff. I probably can't. Oh, no. For him doing this on my phone.
Don't worry, I can read it for you as well.
Cool. Cody's got my bag. That's a friend.
You got a friend in me. I got that so wrong. Tempo was all wrong there. Yeah, I'm. What I find so funny is that both of you chose Maseratis, and it never came to my mind.
all of your cars are somehow interlinked. You've got 2 convertible Maseratis, 2 convertible red cars
Sports
from
cars.
not 2 different eras and not 2 different headlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's debatable whether yours is a sports car, Cody.
Now, hold on, Leila. What engine does yours have in it?
Let me see.
I believe it was some sort of
It's
3
Does it
litre
matter?
V6 bi-turbo, which in Italian
it
means
just
more
says
bit.
fuel. Let me look it up.
Yeah. It's I checked earlier, 3 litre, twin turbo, which basically in Italian means a lot more things to go wrong than there needs to be.
Right. Yeah.
So, are you saying we got a 4-cylinder, a 6-cylinder, and an 8?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's an interesting.
Covered everything.
Yeah, that's a very interesting spread there.
Yeah.
Turbo, naturally aspirated, 2 naturally aspirated, and turbo. Well, 2
All
turbo.
3 of us chose convert.
And I follow a V6 and a V8. There we go. We've
Yeah.
got it.
We're not prejudiced.
And we've got the cheesy, which has a V8.
Here,
swap.
cut back
Yeah.
to what Doug was saying about Italian people.
I have
We
to
love
say
all
that.
power plants.
You know what I was expecting you to get?
Uh,
A US spec Alfa Romeo Spider.
Yes,
The
I
70s
just saw.
That's what I was expecting.
I was expecting someone to bring one of those era Maseratis. I don't know why. They're not very good cars.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
was expecting to bring something with, how in the 80s and 90s they put those hideous, like, big fat, like, black bumpers
Yeah.
on them,
The
little, like,
5 mile
squishy
per hour crash
bumpers.
bumpers.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
I was expecting someone to show up with their car with a bunch of those on it.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, believe it or not, I originally started out low-end Ferraris. I was really hoping.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I was
Oh.
really hoping to find like an
Maybe-
Dino.
Maybe before
We'll find
COVID,
an
you probably
exit,
could have
maybe.
got a really poorly 328 Mondial or something. Or the 328?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, it's not. No way.
I was going to even be happy with a clapped out 308.
Yeah. That is very interesting though. And as you said earlier, Doug, we all
don't
brought
go well
drops.
together. I don't think it's like oil and water. Yeah, that. I know science.
Yeah. I passed
Okay.
chemistry, middle school chemistry.
Hey, I took that stuff in 10th grade. Okay.
Hey, I passed chemistry too. I walked right past the door and kept on going down the hallway.
Hello there, dad joke.
Okay, so who's reading this one out then?
Oh, I get it. You have all picked last. Okay. You have all picked the least cheap Italian classics.
It says last.
Okay. You have all picked the last cheap Italian that had I know what I said energy. Cheap Italian classics available from £15,000. None of them would be nearly as reliable as a £15,000 hot hatch or Japanese coupe. That's so. I mean, come on. My Fiat Barchetta went through the Middle East and never broke down. I don't know.
Well, no, yours didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the whole thing? Oh, so more.
There's more, but there's not. It's not there yet.
Oh, I see.
Your challenge is to find the lost Ferrari somewhere in the foothills in Genoa. Is that? I probably got that wrong. Okay.
Yeah, soft G.
Not Genoa. Like genome.
Oh no.
It is a 1960s model. Ooh.
The 60s?
A 1960s Fezzo.
250 GTO.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
please.
More
California.
information will be uncovered on the way.
But first, you have to drive 1,500 miles to your next destination.
Oh no.
It doesn't actually say that. Well, it might, but it hasn't yet. But your first stop is in Turin.
Go ahead.
So let's
No,
see
you can go.
which one of your 3 cars will start.
Oh,
Here's
God.
the random number. Right, so if you've got low reliability rating, which I'm going to tell you right now is Doug and Theta instantly.
Oh, like a Fiat isn't. Fix it again, Tony.
How is Cody not also included in that list?
It's
I mean,
medium reliability, apparently. Apparently its drivetrain was as robust as an MX-4.
Was it secretly made by Toyota or something?
Right.
Yeah. Apparently,
Sounds
they
like
also
we tried
apparently
for one day.
apparently the Barchetta was nowhere near as rust prone as the MX-5 somehow.
It's somehow, yeah. Yep.
Somehow was a key word there. So
And
later,
Great history.
you start ish. It
Ish.
takes a while, but it starts. Cody, you start barely as well.
Oh god.
And Doug, you don't.
Oh
God.
god.
Can somebody give me a push?
Or a jump start.
Jump start.
Yep. Anyone got jumper cables?
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Can you even jump start? Where's the battery in one anyway? In a Maserati 3200.
Probably in the trunk.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and jump start
Next
it?
to all your horses' heads.
You guys want to try?
I gotta get my ice picks and horse
Okay,
heads
you
out.
guys get a jumper pack out of one of the filming Land Cruisers, and let's see if it starts. Still doesn't start.
Oh god.
Is that what's wrong with it? Is the dead battery what's wrong with it? First of all, because it don't do no good if the starter engine's completely out of it.
Your screen is like majorly pixelated on my screen. It's hilarious.
Mine?
Yeah,
It's fine.
Oh god.
It's fine on my end.
it's like majorly pixelated on my
Cody, you do cause all sorts of compression issues through the line. What happened? Looked like a
It is.
I
You
just
know those
wait
stick
really
figure
fast.
Because I'm the one that. Oh, it's fine now. Okay, I was just gonna say I'm the one who's filming this, so it's gonna turn out like
slightly
horrible
problematic,
for
yeah.
viewers to watch Cody's pixelated
So-
face trying to drive off on his Fiat.
So the
Cody's
car,
pixels
so the
are-
car still doesn't start after a jump. What's
How
Uh,
much gas is on it? Maybe it's out of gas.
It's
I
pretty
think
much on
some
empty.
Italian shopkeepers siphoned all the gas out of the fuel tank.
Well, French at the moment. We're still in France.
So it's
Oh,
almost
shit.
You haven't left the town yet.
So that means my car's got a
cheese
dent in it
French-
already.
yeah,
You haven't left
exactly.
the parking lot and you're already having issues. This is
There is
gonna be
apparently very little fuel in the tank. Maybe you want to try topping it up.
Yes, I need gas.
Start first time. With some
Yay!
Love to see it.
And now you're going down the road across to Turin, which is I think quite a few hundred miles away.
Awful.
Well, not quite a few, but a little while. So yeah, let's take So let's take another chance at Pinerolo. This is going to be me butchering a hell of a lot of pronunciations here. So Pinerolo is another town on the way down to Turin,
Okay.
and since we are and since you're driving through stop-start traffic, let's see which one of your cars overheats.
Uh-oh.
Lord.
I'm not. I don't.
Fine.
Yeah.
The temperature gauge starts ticking up, but not too badly.
Okay.
Cody's car seems to handle it quite well.
Oh dear.
And Doug's car seems to be handling it not too badly as well. You'll
Nice.
get through Pinero without any issue. And
Not even
off,
dense. Amazing.
and off you continue up to Turin, which we've arrived at a lot quicker than I was expecting.
Okay. You know what's good when the game master's surprised?
Right?
So you're at Turin. Do you want to see the backup car, which will be following you for any troubles?
Yep.
No.
It's a Maserati. But it's also a Chrysler. It's TC.
No!
Oh! I seen one of those though. That's the bad part. I found one
yeah.
of those.
Oh my god! That's
Oh.
amazing. I should have thought of that.
I actually did see one of those and almost got it, but I thought, nah.
2.2 litre, 3-speed automatic, 100 and something horsepower, front wheel drive.
It's a 2.2 turbo.
Designed by the Americans, built by the Italians.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Well-
So it's destined to fail.
Either way, it would have been bad. Yeah.
Yeah. 3-speed auto in the 80s? Are you
You guys
Yes.
want to see the steering wheel logo for this? It's hilarious. It's just a massive sticker.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Oh, look at that brown.
Ugh.
Oh,
So-
brown.
If you have a
Baby
major,
Dollar Brown.
if you have a major breakdown, this is what you're stuck with.
That is an insult to the
Oh.
entire Italian automotive industry.
That is an insult to your 3 cars.
Yeah.
It's the
And yet
stain
it's-
on the underpants of the Italian automotive
And yet,
scene.
statistically, it slightly beats out Layla's bi-turbo. They're about the same, except the Chrysler TC is slightly better fuel consumption. That's it. Otherwise, they're about the same. Reliability.
Of course,
Obviously, there's the charisma
it was
advantage.
designed by the Americans, so of course they're gonna go, oh yeah, fuel crisis, you need less fuel to be consumed. Ugh.
So what we're saying is, don't buy anything bad by Maserati during the 80s, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right?
So don't buy the bi-turbo that I bought.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So advice
Do you
on
want
this
to
show.
do you want to continue down to Genoa, or do you want to try and do some investigation into Turin to find out a bit more about the car?
Might as well do some investigation.
First, because first of all, why are we looking for it?
Because it's very rare and very expensive.
250
Bank,
GTO.
bank.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. I thought, are we like private investigators trying to find this thing? Or,
A 19 well, last time it was the same similar premise, trying to find a very abused version of a very rare car. So
Mhm.
similar premise this week, this year. So yeah. So where do you guys think you're gonna head? Turin's quite a big city, so where do you guys think you're gonna find some information about the car?
Back alleys. Like in Call of Duty 2.
Probably. I would check. I would go online and find people who've sold any dealers of Ferraris in that town and ask them.
I agree with both
20
of them.
car. So we're
Back
gonna
alleys
car
and
dealerships.
dealerships.
Back alleys and dealers aren't necessarily separate depending on what's being sold.
Yeah, look at Jacksonville. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That explains the
Cool.
no miles.
That's gonna be next year. You all have to find. You have any budget, but you have to find a car from Jacksonville which still has its wheels attached.
Well, Doug already
It'll
won
be a
that stuff.
dog, I promise you. Anyway, moving on.
So,
Green flames going down the side.
you struggle to find a car dealership. You do find a couple of museums. Yeah. You do find the Turin Egyptian Museum, which I don't think is very useful.
No.
And then you also find a hospital, which isn't probably very useful either.
Oh yeah, let's go find a multi-million-dollar Ferrari in a hospital.
Well, if
Well-
Hammond was driving it, you'd probably will.
Well, hold on. No.
That's
We
true.
find the last person that was looking for it in the hospital that got attacked by the mafia for looking for the Ferrari. It's not as bad an idea. No, I'm kidding.
They're in the trunk of my car. Oh, sorry.
Maybe that's Doug's punishment. He has to rattle can it matte black. Just a complete rattle can job in the Maserati.
If we're in Italy and I'm driving a V8 Ferrari-inspired Maserati, then what I ought to do is go to the closest shop, look for a nice tailor-fit, double-breasted pinstripe suit with matching fedora, with my nice wingtip shoes, and then talk to the people saying that I want my suit to match my 1960s Ferrari, and see if they have any leads as to who has one.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a stretch, but it could possibly, yeah, that could work.
I'm just saying.
Well,
I mean-
Doug does. Go ahead.
I
Go
did
for it.
find a Swiss watch shop somewhere in Turin's a difficult city to remember, especially through Google Maps. But there was a Swiss watch shop I spied, so maybe you'll have some luck there.
Actually, no, I will go to the Swiss watch shop. You know why? Because anyone who has a 1960s Ferrari that's worth a lot of money is going to have a lot of money, and people who have a lot of money like to have Swiss watches. So they could have bought a watch at that Swiss watch shop.
This is true.
Yep.
While Doug does his thing and Layla does her thing, is there a car event in Turin I can go to and just talk to all the local car enthusiasts there and see if they have any information?
Yeah, it's a Lancia. Everybody showed up with their bucket of rust.
It's actually turns out this Ferrari is actually an MR2 underneath, and you wasted your entire time.
Yep. See, bucket of rust for Lancias is just automotive cremation. That's what happens to Lancias.
Yeah.
Death by ceremonial cremation.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it ends up
tell when
cremating
a Ferrari is
itself.
a replica when it has.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 Well, you need to find a car club with a bunch of Italians with beards, and then you know you're in the right car park.
Or with suits.
Yeah.
And if they got beards and suits, then you know you're going to find
And
a
right
right.
Swiss
place.
watches and wingtip shoes, then you know it's okay.
All right, the first lead. Let's go with Swiss watches first. So
Okay.
who's going down there, Layla and Doug, or who?
Just me.
Cool. So what are you gonna ask?
I'm gonna ask them. I may actually slightly take some of Doug's strategy, if
Buy
that's
a
allowed.
watch.
Is that allowed? Or is that not?
Yeah.
Okay, that's allowed.
I might have said-
Because actually, Doug's strategy is like weirdly genius. I'm gonna go down there
You
and I'm
can
gonna
hear
ask.
it.
It generates its own gravity field.
Go down there and I'm gonna ask them. That I'm gonna tell them that I want to have a custom made Swiss watch made for me to match my expensive 1960s 1960s Ferrari. So I'm basically doing what Doug did, but except with the watches. So I'm basically actually stealing his whole premise. So whoops, sorry, Doug. But and
he hands you a.
and see what he can tell me.
He hands you a watch and says it's modelled on a 1950 Ferrari 375 mm that was lost in the foothills of Genoa. He says he wants to honour the car as much as possible by giving people the wrong watch they asked for. Had to make this work somehow.
Oh, that's too
So
funny.
then,
Honor people by giving them the wrong watch that they asked for.
but there is actually one a 50s 375 mm in the foothills. So, so what I'm gonna do next is go check that out.
Do you want to? Should we first go the other leads? Because you know
Well,
it's quite far away from Turin.
True. So,
Cool.
yeah.
So what
let's
was
check this out.
the other options were car dealership, where unfortunately it's all Fiat from what I can see, or Toyota, which I don't think would be good.
Oh yeah, that's super helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to this Fiat dealership.
Looking for Ferrari.
Which hey, if it's Dino, then you would actually.
You're gonna ask if you want a Fiat helmet to go with retardedness. Anyway.
Which generates its own gravity field.
They're just gonna put you in the trunk. They're just gonna put you in the trunk of a black Tipo, and you never see you again. Anyway, go to Fiat Auto Fiat Group Automobiles SPA.
And what happens?
I'm sorry.
And I'm guessing it's either Cody or Doug's gonna go because Layla's already win to the Swiss Watch.
I was going to-
What are you gonna ask?
Is this one mine?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm going to ask in broken Italian. Ciao, sto cercando la Ferrari cara degli anni 60. Whatever. Hello, I'm looking for a rare Ferrari from the 1960s. Do you have any ideas or heard any rumors about it? That's what I'm asking.
He says
Google Translate, let me down.
He says as usually he has no clue. He works at a Fiat dealership. However, he does say there are occasionally car meets in this stadium across town. Would you like to go check that out?
Yeah.
Let's see if the Fiat makes it.
Oh no.
Any trip now.
Well, at least at a Fiat dealership, if it breaks down, they should be able to fix it for you.
Yeah, right. It's your own product. Fix it.
Right? Fix it again.
You
Tony.
get. You make it halfway and then some steam starts coming out the bonnet.
Oh god.
Oh.
Pull over and pop the hood, I guess.
Just some water boiling over. You just have to wait 5 minutes and it'll fire right back up.
Big pog.
So you wait 5 minutes, you fire up, go down the road for another 200 feet, and it starts blowing smoke again.
Is it a water hose?
Check around the engine bay. There seems to be a leak somewhere, but you can't quite figure out exactly where it is.
Time to jack the car up. Does it even come with a jack?
Should do. It might have
I
rusted
hope
away
so.
by now, but
Yeah. Or stolen. That's what I'm worried about.
you jack the car up and it causes considerable damage to the jacking point. You do manage to...
Which means your jack went through your floorboard.
Pretty much.
The car is sort of in the air now, but not very stably.
Guess
That's
I died.
cute.
Right.
Do you want to go to? Do you want to try something else? Do you want to search under the car like that?
Goes for 1 minute. With a flashlight, I guess.
You don't find anything, but you're not crushed by the car.
They won't see it.
But the engine seems to have cooled down again. You want to try and get to the meat again?
Yes, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drive with the hood open.
Okay.
So then you won't be able to see it, and you'll just do a Hammond.
No. Hopefully it opens enough. There's a little crack in the bottom, and because I'm short, I can just drive like this.
Oh no. All I can imagine is him looking through the spoke of the steering wheel through the crack in the
Exactly.
You make it to the car meet.
Oh no.
You make it to the car meet.
That's good.
Cool. So do you want to ask any questions? We know so far. We know it's a 1950s Ferrari 375 LM somewhere in Genoa. No, not LM, MM.
Okay. I want to ask, have you heard any rumors or know about the whereabouts as to the 1955 Ferrari 355 MM?
Uh, you asked that to three different people. One driving a Fiat Coupe, one driving a Ferrari 2328, and the final person driving a Ferrari 246 Dino. The first two have no idea what the hell you're going on about. Think you're mad. The Dino driver lets you in a little secret.
Ooh.
They say if you want to find it, you have to go through Genoa towards. Oh God, Google Maps is playing up again. You have to go. It's somewhere in between Genoa and Rapallo, except not. It's along. It's horizontally in between there, but it's a bit higher up. So and it's in the hilly area outside of Genoa.
Okay. That's a good lead.
So, anything else you want to do in Turin, or do you want to move to the next location, which is going to be a small town of Alexandria, where you're going to fill up with the petrol? Alessandra.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I think what could possibly be good is just to make sure that if Doug finds anything that his lead, checks out with what Cody and I found.
Cool.
Just to make sure that we're going exactly where we need to be
Doug
going.
walks into a suit shop and asks for his suit. Doug, you want to continue?
I tell the clerk, since I am not going to be like Cody and I don't speak Italian, that I am here on holiday and I figure to celebrate hopefully finding a rare, is it 50s or 60s Ferrari?
50s.
Okay, I kept thinking 60s. 50s Ferrari to add to my collection. I wanted a suit made to match the car. And I asked about, where I could find a place a location where I could possibly find a,
Another
rare,
one.
yeah.
Clerk's very helpful, and he says pretty much the same thing the mysterious 246 driver said to Cody. However, he did also point out that it was bought by a collector, and it was special because it was one of the only Ferrari 375 that wasn't raced. It had been bought and just put in a collection, and has been lost since then.
That's interesting. Does he know the person who bought it, or at least the name of the person who bought it?
He says he doesn't know. It was a rumor that spread throughout the city since the purchase of the car and the lack of vision of the car since Maranello.
I guess
So
it probably would be kosher since I'm having him make me a tailor-made suit to threaten him with a sledgehammer, but it is Italian, so I mean,
Yeah.
I won't. I get my suit, talk to him nicely.
All right. So I think that's it for leads from Turin. So you've got you can either go down to Genoa, which you've got which you'll have to stop in Alessandra for fuel, or maybe you could stop in Alessandra and make your way up to Milan. See if there are any more clues there, but that takes you quite far away from Genoa. So
Probably don't want to do that then. Our cars wouldn't survive the trip after Milan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
okay,
Cody's already breaking down.
Yeah. I'm having to drive with the hood open.
I definitely
think
can't
this
run
thing
out of
off by
fuel.
now.
Your car is like my dad's old Fiat Uno.
Yeah.
It constantly overheats, and there's a hole not in the door this time, in the floor instead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? When we get to the gas station, I have an idea.
Okay,
Oh no.
first let's see what cars will make it. So there's going to be 3-stage this. What cars will make it out of Turin? What cars will make it down the motorway? What cars will pull into the gas station without the brakes melting and crashing into a gas pump?
Oh no.
So, Layla, you try and start your car up with a massive bang sound.
That's a turbo blowing through the hood.
Whoa! I go to the side of the wall.
I was gonna say, now you're a single turbo.
Clang! Like in the
Remember,
jack.
the Chrysler is always there.
Hey, stop laughing, Cody. You know you're getting back to top tip to save either.
Both.
No.
Stop laughing! What goes around comes around, my friends. Anyway, who else doesn't make it
Karma's
out?
a real.
Later decide to wait for the other two. Cody
She got a choice.
Cody fires up without too much hassle. There's a little bit of the temperature gauge is starting to creep up again. And Doug fires up perfectly fine.
Got gas. That's all that matters. But then I, with my freshly made suit, drop my drop top, and yeah, proceed to drive.
That
I
sounds
did-
like
I-
a song.
what, Leela?
The mixed
I did-
Doug.
I did offer both of you chance to punish him for picking the car. I did offer that at the start.
It'll
But
break
I'll
down
wait
soon
and see.
enough.
But it's a Maserati. No, there's no way you can be that good.
I'll help.
It says it works. So
I'll stop and actually I'll wait and help Leela see what's wrong with hers. Although I don't want to get my suit too dirty.
Ew.
pop the hood. You pop the hood and just see a lot of oil.
Oh,
Great start.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't get that on my suit.
Why does he just take it off then, huh?
We do, really want me working on your car butt naked? That goes a whole nother direction. When
No,
you-
What with your underwear tailor made as well?
You have the clothes back on. God,
But just say you're allergic to
I do
manual
not want to
labor.
see
You'll
that.
be
No,
fine.
no, thank you.
So Layla on your own. Without, luckily, it wasn't a piston going straight through all the block, and it was just one of the turbos absolutely destroying themselves.
Oh,
Imploding.
well,
I'm there.
Leela, I'll loan you my sledgehammer so you can smack the turbo with it. Just knock it off your engine. It'll be fine.
Awesome. So Doug takes the sledgehammer and then I thwack it, and what happens next? Then?
Your turbo comes off, and well, now you have to figure out some sort of way to get the oil to keep going circulating and not just spray out the big hole that's happened.
Doug, I just hope you know what you suggested was automotive castration. Castration. Like taking the turbo off by slicing it off.
It also makes Layla's car even slower. Probably makes it slower than the Barchetta now.
Potentially.
I'm sorry. I thought I was helping.
You guys have any solutions on how to stop the oil leak that's going to happen if she tries and starts the car? It is. All
Okay.
three.
Yeah. So yeah, all that work, the mechanic stuff. Oh yeah, it's really paying off now. God. You gotta figure out how to basically make a whole new pathway for my oil and other fluids to go through.
You can, if you can find something to nick parts off of, that'd be great.
I'll take parts off the Chrysler.
Yeah, take the exhaust off and remake it.
The rules are you can't nick parts. You can only take parts off of out of your three cars.
Okay, so I take. So Damon's Fiat has a
Not my
turbo.
Fiat.
Oh, no, not that. I'm sorry, Cody's.
It doesn't have a
Fiat.
turbo. His is naturally aspirated.
His is NA. So Doug, I'm coming through Maserati.
That's an A as well.
That's
Yeah,
NA
I'm
as
in
well.
A. I do have some horse hide in the trunk if you need to make a plug.
I'll take Doug's horse.
You're really gonna try that? You do realise in my mind I'm saying if this isn't a 20, that's not gonna work. 14.
What other options do I have?
Not much, and the horse hide didn't work.
Dang it. Dang it. Now I got a partially skinned horse head in my trunk. It's gonna look like a horse head from Resident Evil.
Okay, I've got you. I've got you. Is there any? Wait. Okay, is this allowed? Am I allowed to go with Doug in his Maserati to a shop and buy some like sponge-like substances that would soak up the oil?
I'm not sure how this is gonna help because you just have a hole in your oil circulation system, but sure.
I'll drive her to a shop. Yeah, I'll drive her to a shop. No problem.
What type of shop? You got.
I don't know.
You
Like,
can go to the Fiat dealership. You can go to a normal shop to buy shop things.
I don't think
actually,
bag of chips is gonna help.
it could be helpful to go to the Fiat dealership, maybe because it's something a bit closer to, something automotive
Yeah.
instead of just a kitchen sponge.
You go to
Get a Flex Seal.
you go to the Fiat dealership. And what do you want?
I got a Fiat dealership and I asked them.
Oh, have you towed your car with Doug or not?
I don't have a hitch, do I?
Yes, I
put it through the roll bar.
I've towed mine, yes.
Cool. That's
With all that V8 power and torque.
It'd be hilarious if it broke down.
Broke my car.
It hasn't. RNG drink time.
So
what do you ask?
So we get to the Fiat dealership and I asked them if they might have anything to stop oil going through the big hole where my turbo used to be. Like maybe some kind of plug or a new turbo.
They apparently have a bit of exhaust that could probably fit where the turbo used to go.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay. So I take that and I fit it to my engine. And how does that go?
It goes pretty okay. You're quite down on power, and because one bank has a turbo and one bank doesn't, the engine's starting to misfire, but it runs.
Okay. At least it goes. Okay. So I'm now set.
Maybe you should consider removing the other turbo and just sort of having no power, but having a car that won't force you to be in a Chrysler.
Yeah.
They have.
Do they have
don't you just
to supplement the loss of the other turbo? Do they have some more exhaust equipment that I could use to build up?
They've got a brand new Fiat.
I recommend you do a full engine swap from a Fiat to Barth 500 and drop it into your Maserati.
Well, no, because a Barth dealership's a different Fiat ones. I found out.
Really?
Okay, now
What about a Fiat 156? Would that go well?
Fiat one.
You mean the Alpha?
Oh, I'm sorry, Alpha. Yeah, I'm off today. It's all owned by Stellantis now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Are you trying to think of the 124, the little Fiat Coupe?
No, I was thinking of the Alpha 156. But a Fiat 124.
As far as I know, it's been out of production for a while.
Then how would it go with the Fiat 124? Would that go well?
It works! The engine transplant works, and it works gloriously.
Lovely! That's amazing.
Let's go, babe.
You're up on power, you've got about 10 more horsepower, you've now got a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo.
nice.
Which is somewhat reliable. Somewhat.
I'm gonna try to do James May's victory dance over the TV.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So now all three of your cars are working. So is the Chrysler. Let's go down
Sadly.
to Alessandria. where there is a workshop where any repairs needed to be done can be done. Well, for the other two vehicles as well.
No.
So
Cool.
what I decide to do?
Wait, we haven't got there yet, Cody.
Oh,
Layla's car makes it down there without many problems. The engine's not built for the car, and so it doesn't run as smoothly as it once did, but it works fine. Cody's car makes it down there without any more issues, despite the horrible water leak. Doug's car makes it down there, and it's developed a misfire. So,
it's bad.
Alexandria, you've got a workshop. You can fill your tanks with fuel, petrol. Yeah.
I fixed my spark plug.
Goes work. Get to work somewhere.
Oh no.
I will just top up my fuel tank and check to see if there's anything amiss, and
Everything seems all right. Everything seems straight.
then I'll go and get some lunch.
Yeah, food poisoning.
Oh no!
And
What
that's,
was I eating? What was I eating?
I don't know, but that's what random number generator brings today. I just saw a low number. I'm like, how am I going to make this bad thing?
Layla, I think the RNG's out for you right now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cody,
Alright,
what
just
you,
fix my
Cody, I
misfire.
think you have quite a few repairs to make.
So, what I do, I cut a hole in the front bumper. I pretty much make the entire thing cooling. I do what Richard Hammond did with his Hyundai S Coupe and make a makeshift broken hood scoop to get more air
You do
into
have
the
a full,
engine vent.
you can repair the water pipe. You are in an actual garage with actual lifts and stuff now.
I will
Nope.
also repair that, but it'll also make the car look cooler.
He's gonna
Cool.
put a Lexus
That
grill
works
on.
pretty well. Everything you sorted the whole car out. Everything's running fine.
Hideous
Nothing.
new Lexus
caught
LX
fire.
grills on it.
Yeah. Actually, you're right about that though, because that's exactly what I had in my mind. Was just like right
That's
down the
his
middle.
grill. Hey
How bad
Cody,
is that?
this is what you do grills gonna look like.
Cody,
Yeah,
why don't you fit the facelift Barachetta grill is huge compared to the original. Fit that.
Oh yeah, the face. Is there one in the shop? Also, it looks worse.
Yes, and it's in
I
pretty
won't
much
use it.
perfect condition. All right, Doug, your spark plug. You tried to fix it. The spark plug itself wasn't the problem.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, well, I'll poke around and figure out what the problem is.
OBD2 scan says low compression.
Fudge. That means either I got bad rings in my piston, which means I need a ring replacement, which means I need to drop the bottom half of the engine out. I guess I'll check and see if the rings have went bad.
That is what it is. The rings have went bad.
Well, I guess the good thing is we're in a shop, so I'll have to drop oil pan. Hopefully I don't have to take the crank completely out. I can just separate the rod bearings and drop that single piston out, replace the rings, and hopefully get it put back in, and then re-put new rod bearings and back to the crank. And hopefully
And
nothing-
after all that, it works.
Let's
Uh,
go.
So
I'm
we've
so
got,
glad I played Car
so you
Mechanic
got-
Simulator because I actually understood all of that, Doug.
yeah.
I've actually done that, so that's how I
I've watched YouTube videos about
It's
Very
not my
good
first engine build.
experience.
It's not my first engine build.
first one where probably the
It's
first
one
one
thing I
where
haven't
you're
done
not in
it once
control of
yet.
what happens. A random number generator is in control of how well or badly it goes.
Yeah.
With, luckily, it's been all right. So all three of your cars now I think are working, and Layla's finished with her issues.
puking and brown stuff
Yeah.
in the back end.
Yeah.
So,
Literally
Uh,
crapping.
do you want to make some modifications as well? You're in an area. You're in the shops. You might as well just.
Mods.
Mods. I don't know. I mean, I'm in a convertible V8 powered Maserati.
Hmm.
I mean,
I've got a Maserati with a Fiat engine,
Fiat motor.
which is way less appealing than Doug's engine.
You're not gonna try. Are you gonna try a V8 swap it? Because that seems like a bad idea.
No, I'm not going to V8 swap it. I've already
It's all right.
swapped it once. I'm not going to swap it again for an engine that's probably less,
Reliable.
it's just going to break down. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do any mods. No, I think I'm okay. Although, wait, hang on. I will check my brake pads. How are those? Do I need new brake
Those are all right.
Okay.
You know what? That is a good idea. Check my brakes as well.
I'll
Yeah.
just
Doug's is a
I'll
little
check
boring,
my
it's just
tire
bad.
tread too. I'll check my tire tread.
Cool. Doug's brakes just need to be changed, and they get changed, and they're fine. Lele,
Cool.
you've been running on steel bands.
So I get some new tires then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get some new tires, and they fit in tires. Not much else to say there. Cody, you want to do any checks on your car?
I will take my chances.
Oh, let's see how well this goes now.
I got a V8 and good brakes. I'm good to go.
Got
Now,
a iPhone
there-
and good tires. I'm
Now,
happy
there is
with
a
it.
river that runs through Alessandria. Now, most people take any of the pre-constructed bridges built by the government. However, you three are going to have to build your own.
Oh, it's
this
bridge over the river, not quite.
No,
The bridge over the river, not quite.
Italian death.
But first, will you guys make it to the river shoreline? Later. You got 2 out of 20.
Oh.
So what happened now? My Fiat
The
engine.
engine fell out of it. They forgot to bolt it. Bell housing couldn't hold up anymore. Oh.
You turn the key and nothing happens at all. Car's completely dead.
See,
Uh-oh.
is it
I
the
will check
car
it out.
or is it?
Battery. Yep, there was the battery. Fires up.
Oh, good.
Cool. Cody, your car fires up fine. Somehow.
Yeah.
And Doug. Uh-oh.
I mean, come on.
I can't
Just put
think.
new piston rings in. Come on now.
I know, right?
New bearings, new brakes pads, and
Yeah.
A loud
top up the gas
knocking
tank.
noise can be heard from inside the engine. And
a
lots of
clank
oil
noise?
has come out. A lot of oil has fell out.
I forgot to bolt the oil pan back on. Oh, no. I want to get my suit dirty.
Ooh, God
Oh.
forbid it's get suit dirty.
I mean, I paid a lot of money for it. Suit probably cost more than my car did. Anyway.
Oh, we did.
Oh, the 15 grand car. Have you got diamonds studded in the tie?
All right, so I got a lot. There's oil coming out of the car now?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Okay, I guess I'll pop the hood and see if I can find where the oil's coming.
Oil's coming out from the block.
Okay, did I lose a freeze plug or did it crack?
Seems to be some sort of plug.
Okay, well, I'm in a shop. Hopefully they can press me a new plug in and call it good.
They press a new plug in and it seems to work. But it hasn't been tried to start it yet.
Oh Lord, here we go.
It starts.
Yes.
You forgot to put
Yeah.
oil. You forgot to put some oil in it, so you topped up the oil.
Okay, yeah,
Now
we'll
it
definitely do that. Okay. I'm sorry, I just thought that went hand in hand, but okay.
So all three of your cars are now off to the riverside.
I
So,
love how there's no
Probably-
concept of time in this. Like, it would take days to do what Doug had to do to his car, and it would take days to do an engine swap. But no, they did it in like 30 minutes, casually.
It's an
It's
express.
that Forza logic.
yeah. I'm just
like-
thinking that I'm just thinking
lack
the
of-
entirety of
Takes time.
the entirety of Italy's competent mechanics, which is about 12, has arrived to work on these cars.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the horrendous oil slick we've left all over Italy from all the oil blowing out.
Yes.
It looks like an
If it
Exxon
were-
Valdez tanker erupted.
No, it's
It looks like Britain came to Italy again.
Come on.
If we were at a racetrack, we would have been black flagged and kicked out.
No doubt, right?
So,
No.
you're at this river
That would-
crossing.
So we're at the
Okay,
riverside.
so we're on the way to what town now?
You're at the side of a river you have to cross. You're next to
Oh,
a motorway
oh.
bridge. You can't use that
Why can't we use it?
for reasons of I need to create a challenge for this section.
How far is how far
Because
across?
I'm pretty sure any issue can be solved with Doug's sledgehammer and my broken strings, my broken
Oh
ropes.
Right.
god, I'd love to see you try and cross the river. It's about what? Just about 250 feet across.
Oh.
Car
Well-
ferry.
Again, you have to build whatever you get across on yourself.
Hmm.
Okay. Build a car ferry.
Well,
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to build a raft. Okay.
Yeah.
How much rope does Leela have in her car? How many footages?
Footages?
about 12 foot.
Oh well, hell, that ain't gonna make it across there.
Yeah.
Um.
Not unless we got. Not unless
Yeah.
we got paddles or
Yeah,
something that
we have to
pull
go
the last
scavenging.
12
We have
feet.
to do.
Well, it
That's
is a
insane.
town. You can go buying stuff. It's not desolate wasteland.
Oh well, I spent all my money on a suit. Sorry. I'll have to use my debit card.
I got you. I got you.
Doug must use his connections.
We'll
Yeah.
get some wood. We'll get some empty oil barrels, and we'll get some long, thick thing of
No.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get some cable ties. We'll be
Oh.
fine.
You put together this raft.
Well, and we need a roll of duct
Yes,
tape.
sir.
Everything needs a roll of duct tape.
It floats. But now, how are you going to get the raft across from one side to the other?
Well, what we need to
With
do is
wood.
make the
Just hold across.
No,
like
no,
they did in-
no. You need a guide rope, and what we'd have to do is get the rope long enough to make it to the other side. But one of us is going to have to swim to the other side to anchor it.
Is there a little boat though that James May can boat across and go tie it with a stake on the other side?
No, there are no boats coming out. It's just a small.
So
Who out of you three think you can swim through 250 feet? I don't know how much that
I
is.
can, but I don't want to.
Allergic to manual
Doug-
labor much.
Doug's got his suit, so he can't do it. So I guess Cody, that leaves it up to you.
Yeah, that leaves me.
I said Cody to do it.
the least water loving person here, I imagine.
Having from Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
gotta
Well, I'm in
find out
Colorado,
who-
so there's no water, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
No, wait, Cody. The best part is he's got to roll
Cody-
a dice to determine your swim skill.
Or if Cody makes it the other
Just
side.
say-
Cody makes it to the other side, only to realise the rope is about 20 foot short.
Rip. Feels bad. Swims all the way back.
He gets to the other.
You muted yourself, Damon.
You muted yourself.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just
Covered
me.
in
I
mud.
started panicking.
He's covered in mud. So what's your next move? You get some more rope?
Yeah.
You get a bigger. Try to get a bigger reel of rope. That's the biggest one they sell.
Well, we'll have to buy two of them and tie them together.
That works. Cody, you want to try and swim it again?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, I watch it, right?
Yeah.
Unless y'all want to see me swim it naked.
Oh, thank you.
I always have that one.
This is the family podcast, Doug. Please, God, no. I'm gonna have to shift that vision now.
Cody swims across,
Stop
but now he's
white fuck
Cody
naked
swims across.
dog.
The rope is together, but Cody's too tired to swim back at the moment, so you guys are gonna have to do a couple of activities before Cody can swim back to load his car on.
Mm.
Well, I could make a horse hide loincloth. I could do that.
What's the point? You've got everything connected. You just have to load a car in.
I just had to say it. That's fine.
Like, all this time, Doug is making some money by just selling bits of horse wallets, just all out the back of this Maserati. Just
I gotta get my money from my suit bag.
Yeah.
all right. Since Cody's stuck on the other side, whose car is going to go on first?
Well, Cody's is the lightest. I say we use his.
Yeah.
Cody, do you agree? Okay. Look, remember,
I'm willing to ride for Cody's car to make sure it makes it.
You have.
Since he's on the other side.
All the other 4 cars have made it across, so just your 3 have to go across the raft. So, Cody's car sits on the raft. It starts to dip a little bit, but it floats.
Sense.
You want to try and move it across? Well, Doug will have to pull the rope because Cody's stuck on the other side.
Okay, yeah, let's pull it across.
Yep.
He gets across. Now, who's going to unload the car?
With Cody, he's still driving it.
Yeah, it's his car.
Unloading goes well. You pull the raft back to the other side. That goes well. Who's next?
Okay, quick question before we do who's next. Can we, at the end of this, do like they did in the Africa special and make the backup car sink down to the bottom of the sea?
Well, the backup car, after both of you, the backup car will try and go across, and we'll see what random number generation says about that.
Okay.
So, which one of you two go next?
Ladies
whoever's the
first.
second lightest. Okay, ladies first. Okay, me then.
I have chivalry.
Loads on fine. Goes across perfectly well. Unloading, you rip the rear bumper off, but otherwise unscathed.
Oh no!
That might be an improvement, actually.
She's got damaged butt cheeks now.
I've lost an entire buttock.
Oh
It's an 80s Maserati. It was all just one big Minecraft block anyway. Alright, and
no!
finally,
How is Doug's?
the heaviest car out of the lot, with a very, very front heavy weight distribution out of the lot. Doug's car goes on fine. This thing floats.
Yes.
Goes across fine. Unloading, however,
Oh no.
it gets a bit stuck.
It's stuck.
You got a low off-road score, though it's a supercar.
I'll tug him off from the front and have. I'll tow him
That's
off.
the objective.
Don't rip my front end off. Good boy.
Don't castrate Doug. Your monster.
My front end will match your back end.
And surprise, surprise, the towing eye of the spider fall comes out.
Of course
Oh,
it
God.
does.
The bumper's still there. It's just the bit you tow it from isn't there anymore. So you're gonna have to wrap the rope around the grill or something and hope that the
You
plastic
can't wrap the rope around the grill.
wrap it around something.
That was still was that still a frame on or was that a unibody?
Unibody, but you can still
Hmm.
frame what.
Oh god, this is probably a horrible idea. Wrap the rope around the engine brace, the engine cradle that the engine actually sets on with the motor around. Yeah, the subframe for that.
It alerts forward. No damage is done, but it doesn't quite work. The car's moved forward. It's not in the same place it was. Not stuck on the raft. It's in a safer place, but it's still a bit stuck.
Still stuck. Okay.
Well, what we might have to do is tie both Cody's car and Leela's car to me to drag me about.
Combined, they still have less power than your car.
That's true.
That's gone well.
What if we? So we used wood for the raft. What if we just took some of the wood off the raft and stuck them under the wheels?
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
Chrysler has to go across first.
The
What?
The Chrysler has to go across first.
Yeah, but I
Who
gotta
cares
get out of
about
the way, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. What we do? We
It
take
works.
pieces of
The
wood.
wood, the wood works.
Hey, if you just take it from the middle, then it
Cool.
doesn't matter.
Now the return journey. Let's see how the Chrysler fares. Chrysler loads on ish. The wood.
Ish.
The wood removed has dropped the height by about a couple of inches of the raft.
Okay.
It goes across, the front starts sinking of the raft, but it makes it
Okay.
across.
Darn it.
It unloads.
Dang it!
It unloads fine.
Dang it. I wanted to do it like on top. God dang
Just
it.
falling. Unfortunately, it doesn't, and the raft is now sunk. So.
Oh. At least my car wasn't on it.
To sum up, Cody's car's fine. Layla's car missing rear bumpers, and Doug's car you can't tow it from the front anywhere anymore.
Cute.
Well, okay.
Doug,
Let's move on.
so let's move on. You're on the other side. Do you guys want to do any more investigation, or do you want to just carry straight there back down onto Genoa?
I will take my chances.
Yeah, let's go ahead to Genoa.
Cool.
Yeah.
Layla's car makes it fine. Fine. It's got some slight problems now. The wheel bearings starting to go, and the engine's starting to run a little hot, but not major issues at the moment. Cody's car doesn't start.
No!
Oh no. Oh.
How cute.
Anything you want to try? I'm also being very generous here. The score was a 1. I could have had another engine explosion, but no.
Start. Check the battery.
Battery was flat.
Okay. Charge it up.
Charge. Battery holds charge. Car starts. Doug's car. It starts a little lumpy, but it gets all the way to Genoa. So, you've arrived in Genoa, the site where apparently, not too far away, there is a Ferrari 375 from 1953, and it's the only one that hasn't been in a racing event. What's your move?
We go to the. Well, okay. I think we should split up. Yeah. I think some of us should go look in the foothills where that guy said it was with the Governor Dino, and then someone else should go try to track down that guy who supposedly bought it and put it into the private collection.
Okay, well then what I'm going to do, since we're splitting up, is I'm going to find the local pub. I'm going to go in, order a proper black beer, and start talking Ferraris with people.
I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be a bar, not a pub. Might be a pub.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
I
Doug
think
goes
Doug's
into a
better
bar,
suited to that job anyway.
orders
Because from last, sorry.
What even
Go
is
ahead.
the difference between those?
orders a beer. He doesn't even have to initiate conversation. His suits initiate conversation for him, and he starts to get talking about Ferraris. Now, why are you
Nice.
gonna ask?
I'm in the market for a very rare Ferrari. I'm looking for a race inspired, like a track built Ferrari. Something of museum style quality.
He said. He says it's somewhere near Bargagli. There was once a sighting of a Ferrari 375 that did not have any racing logos on it at all. Otherwise, there is a Ferrari dealership down the road.
So the one that hasn't been raced, is it? Try to get a more pinned down location of it, I guess.
He says he can't really describe it. It was on a road that went just out of Genoa, a road called the SS-45.
Okay.
Brilliant name.
I'll buy the man a beer for giving me instruction.
Cool. Layla, you said you guys split up, so what's your move gonna be?
I was just gonna go straight to the foothills of Genoa where that guy said it was and go check and see if it's there.
You go into the hills and you find you find a building. Doesn't have a Ferrari in it, unfortunately. It has just garage stuff, normal shed stuff, and an old tractor.
Do I find anything else? Any other buildings? Anything else?
Nothing else. Not really.
Okay. So then that's done. I'll just go back and I guess meet up with Doug and Cody. Yeah.
Cody, since you all split up, what was your plan going forward?
Go to another car meet.
Cody goes to another car meet, which there isn't one on that day.
Okay. Instead, how about an antique shop?
See, it breaks down.
Okay. What noise was it making?
Just sort of cut out.
Okay, try to start it.
It starts, but it's not very healthy.
Drive it to an antique shop anyway.
You make it to the antique shop, but it doesn't feel very healthy left. And there's Chrysler in your rearview mirror.
Uh-oh. Okay, I go into the antique shop and ask about this very rare Ferrari, if they've heard of it, if they've ever seen it, and if they have heard any rumors or have any ideas of where it is.
They have heard of the car. Apparently it was owned by. Apparently it was bought by an owner who had to flee Genoa for reasons unsure.
Crap. Okay.
He says he saw it about the same place where Doug Lead said. So on a road not far off the SS-45, in a garage somewhere. And he doesn't know any more information.
Okay. So now I'm going to go back to the Fiat, one problem at a time. Okay, doesn't feel very healthy. I'm going to pop the engine bay. Or pop the hood, sorry.
Yeah. Are you looking for anything in particular? Or...
Leaks. Maybe I'll turn the engine on as well and try and listen to it with the hood open.
You're getting a ticking sound. Luckily it seems to be nothing worse than an exhaust leak.
Okay. I go back into the antique shop and ask if they have any kind of fabric.
They say they have them grommets over there.
Okay. I take one of those and I wrap it around the exhaust leak. Neat little bow tie.
Now you got a Fiat Fire.
Yeah.
Does not hold air at all. Thin fabric.
Okay. Okay, where is the exhaust leak?
In the exhaust.
On the piece just under the manifold.
No, duh, Doug.
Oh god, piece just under this. Oh. Jesus. Okay. I know what I want to do, but with it being that close to the manifold, it would be a very bad idea.
What are you thinking, Cody?
Straight pipe it. Just cut the exhaust off.
Right.
Okay.
Go full tilt. Turn your manifolds upwards and pipe them out the door.
Yes.
Okay, Cody, what's your decision here?
Okay. I'm gonna cut the section of pipe where the leak is. I'm gonna cut everything from the cats, everything just after the cats, and then I'm gonna try and stick together the rest of the exhaust near the manifold.
it works.
So you're like
However,
quarter piping it.
You now have a very, very loud, very, very loud 1.80 to Fiat, but it works.
It's rally
I'm good with
inspired.
this.
Rally inspired.
Yeah.
The last decent
All right.
rally car must have been 131, I think. Cool.
All right, let's meet up then.
That might have gained you a whole 2 horsepower, Cody.
Might have, yeah, with all the cats and crap gone.
Right?
So, you meet up, and next move.
I feel like is that road that everyone's mentioned? Is that in the foothills or near the foothills?
It goes out of the city and goes towards Bargagli, where Doug Lead said earlier.
Okay, let's try that area.
Cool. It's quite a long road, so we're going to have to see what eats it.
Better have to drop my top. Want to enjoy it.
Layla makes it
convertible for a
perfectly
reason.
fine. No issues with the car at all.
Good. I was hoping I wasn't going to be halfway there with my top still, like midway or something.
Cody makes it without too many issues, although temperature gauge is starting to creep up again.
Also, no hearing, I'd like to add.
Yeah. Doug makes it perfectly fine and enjoys the warm weather. Let's drop top. So you make it to Bargagli, which is, I think, a small little village / town along the SS45.
Cool. I'll have to find the local pharmacy and buy Cody hearing aids.
And possibly
Or
some
earplugs.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we make it to this little town, and what else? Do we go looking now for this 50s?
Up to you guys.
Well, I feel like, again, we should split up. So whoever has...
What else in this?
I've got to go for a second. Be back in a minute. You guys just talk it out. I'll be back. 2 minutes.
Okay. So
I
I
think we
think
have to figure out what's in this town.
what we ought to do is just split up, like Cody said. We each take like a third of the section that the car could be in.
Yeah.
And we kind of do what they did in the Grand Tour, that the Madagascar, I suppose. We each take a third of that and just look for it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely find out what all's in the area, definitely. Where something like that would be stored. Because obviously it'd have to be some kind of nice garage building or something to be...
Yeah. Well, I mean, last time they had the McLaren F1 stored in that little shed, so...
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, but that ain't Italian, so I'm not betting
That's
that.
true. What was that? Down
That's
south
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So that was a heated garage.
Yeah. To the Mexicans, that was probably quite a nice storage facility.
Right? So
I've just arrived. It just
Yeah. Just came in at the worst possible moment.
So, what was your strategy?
We're gonna split up 3 ways. Each take a third of the section that the car could be in, and just go looking for it.
All right. Layla, you search through the southern part of the town, and you find a garage which it could be located in. It isn't, but it isn't. But
it could be, but it isn't.
That's helpful.
It isn't, and the next door neighbors and the owners of the garage start coming out and start verbally attacking you in Italian.
See, that's just funny, though.
Yeah.
It's so passionate.
I speed away in my Maserati.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, I drive away.
You speed away. As you speed away, the other half of your rear bumper comes off.
Oh, she had some bumper left. Okay.
Right?
I didn't know that.
But do I make it out? Do they follow me?
Yes.
Do I make it out?
You make it out fine.
Okay.
Just an old lady in a rolling pin. It wasn't anything. It wasn't a big threat.
An old lady in a nightgown and some old man with some double spectacles on.
Alright, Cody. Your
Six out.
search goes pretty well, but you do not find anything where the car could be stored in. But you do find a house, which has some interesting cars out front.
Maybe go and ask them, possibly.
Yeah.
You go and ask.
Okay.
You go and ask, and they say that the car in question seems to be owned by a family friend's father. Seems to have been owned by a family friend's grandfather. So.
Okay. What is the name of the family friend?
I can't think of an Italian name off the top of my head.
Max Venturi.
Balboni.
Balboni.
Yeah.
The family friend is Balboni.
Okay.
They also say, no, not the one from Lamborghini.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would he be buying a Ferrari?
Yeah, right? Okay. As weird as it's going to be, do they know where he lives? Do they know his address?
They don't know his exact address, but they say he can normally be found at a cafe at the city centre at this time.
Nice.
What's the name of the cafe?
Pizzeria Echo.
Okay! Alright. Let's go down to the pizzeria.